So for today, we are going to continue our discussion about superposition principle part 3. This will be the part 3 of our superposition theorem, part 3, and we are going to solve this problem. So use superposition theorem to find the current here in the circuit, in the given circuit below. So let us realize that we have three independent sources here. We have the 24 volts, we have the 12 volts, and we have the 3 amperes. So we are asked to find for the I, okay, in the given figure below. Okay, so let's try to solve this. So to find I, we need to analyze the effects of each of the, again, the dependent sources or the independent sources, okay, to produce that I. So by superposition principle, let's say solution, our solution should be I equals I1 plus I2 plus I3, where I1 is due to 12 volts source and I2 is due to 24 volts and the I3 is due to the 3 amperes. Okay, so due to 3 amperes. So we are going to analyze three sources here when we turn off the other sources, leaving the other sources on. Okay, so let's try to turn off. Okay, for letter A, we need to turn off. Okay, you're going to turn off 3 amperes and 24 volts and leave the 12 volts as it is. So the circuit will look like this. So you have the 12 volts left here, and you have now the shorted 24 volts here. You have the 8 ohms here. You have the 4 ohms. And then the open circuit produced by the current source. So now you have 8 ohms. You have 4 ohms. Okay, you also have 4 ohms here. You have 3 ohms here. Okay, and then you have the 24 volts, and we are asked to find for the I1. Okay, that is because due to 12 volts. So here is our I1. Alright, so pretty simple. We are going first to identify. Actually, since this is already open, this side is already open, we can analyze it as it is, as this is. Okay, so that we need to get the combination of the series of these two. We call that RA. Say 8 ohms plus 4 ohms because they are connected in series. So this is 12 ohms. And the combination of them, if we are going to look at it, okay, will produce a circuit that looks like this. So you have now an 8 ohms here. You have a 4 ohms here. They are connected in parallel, of course. Okay, and then you have a 3 ohms here. So the 12 volts here, 3 ohms here. You are asked to find for the current here, I sub 1. Okay, and you have 4 ohms and you have 12 ohms. So again, I'm going to consider the combination of this. So that, if I do that, let me label that as RB. Okay, so that will be parallel. So RA in parallel with, what do you call this, 4 ohms. So we do that, we have product over sum, 12 times 4 all over 12 plus 4. So we know that that would be 3 ohms. Okay, and simplifying furthermore the circuit, you now have an open or just a series circuit. So you have here the RB and you have here the 3 ohms. You are asked to find for the current I1 here. Okay, so you have now here 3 ohms also. So this is just a simple series circuit. So simply the I1 would be what? Okay, the V all over R, the 12 volts all over the total resistance, which is 3 ohms plus 3 ohms. which is 12 volts all over 6 ohms, and that leads us to an answer of 2 amperes. So due to 12 volts, we have an I1 that is 2 amperes. Alright? So for letter B, okay, letter B, this is due to 24 volts. So I'm going to turn off 3 amperes and 12 volts. So for letter B. For letter B, turn it off. So now you have a shorted circuit here. Okay. Then you have 4 ohms here. You have 3 ohms here. This is your I2. Then you have 4 ohms here. This is open again. Okay. And you are only left with the 24 volts here. You have 8 ohms. Right. So that would be 8 ohms. That will be 4 ohms, 4 ohms. Okay. Let me just rewrite this. So this will be your circuit. And this will be your 3 ohms. Okay. Let me just rewrite this. Okay, so now you have your 24 volts here. So what are we going to do here with our 24 volts? Okay. So as you can see, this is now an open circuit. Okay. So this is an open circuit, so there's no current in here. So might as well we have here a 4 ohm here. Okay. So the I2 here is the same as if we create a loop. Let's say this is I sub A, loop I sub A, and this is loop I sub B. If you may notice, based on the given circuit that will flow here in the 3 ohms, okay, that I sub B is simply equal to I sub 2. Okay, the current in the 3 ohms. So by mesh analysis, we have now, for the IA, we have 8 plus 4 plus 4, we have 8 plus 8, that's 16 I sub A, minus 4 I sub B, okay, and then plus 24 equals 0. So simplifying, we can divide all of this by, simply by 4, all of this, for simplification. Okay, but we won't do that. And for our second loop, yeah, let's try to divide this by 4. So you have 4 I sub A minus IB, and then we have plus 8 equals 0. So this is the very first loop. For the second loop, we have IB. So now you have negative 4 IA plus 7 IB, no voltage source, so it's equal to 0. Okay, so this is the second loop. But we know, okay, from the second equation, we can express this in terms of IA. So if we do that, we have IA negative 4, or shall I say 7IB equals 4 I sub A. So divide both sides by 4 to cancel I sub A. So you have I sub A as 7IB all over 4. Okay, we express that IA in terms of I sub B. So for us to get the I sub B, because we are concerned what is the value of I sub B, since it is equivalent to I2, which we are looking for. So after doing that, okay, we just simply substitute I sub A to 1. So substitute I sub A to equation 1. So if we do that, we have now 4 I sub A, which is 7 I sub B all over 4, okay, minus I sub B plus 8 equals 0. So this force will cancel. So you have 7I sub b minus I sub b plus 8 equals 0. So you have 6I sub b plus 8, okay, equals 0 here. Right? Alright. So it's not supposed to be 8. It's supposed to be 6 here. So 4 divided by 24 divided by 4 is 6. So we have here 6. Right, we have here 6 instead of 8. Okay? So again, 24 divided by 4 would be 6, not 8. Okay. So that still we got the same answer here, 7I sub b minus I sub b. 7I sub b minus I sub b is 6I sub b, and then we have 6. So that if we get I sub b, that would be what? Negative 6, we transpose 6 here, all over 6, which is negative 1. Okay? Ampere. So which is the equivalent of I2. So therefore, I2 is now negative 1 ampere. Okay? So that is our I2. Okay? For I3, we're going to switch off, okay, due to 2 amperes. We're going to switch off both the voltage source, the 24 volts and the 12 volts. So the 24 volts turned off and the 12 volts turned off. So our circuit would look like this. So replacing the voltage source again with shorts. Okay. So now you have, this is due to 2 amperes. Okay. So now you have the circuit like this. Shorted here. Okay. And then you have 8 ohms here. You have 4 ohms here. You have a node here. You have the 3 ohms here. Then you have 4 ohms here. Then you have a node here again. And you have the 3 ampere current source here. So the most probable method we are going to use here is the nodal analysis, since we have current source and we have nodes. So you have 3 amperes, you have 4 amperes here. So let us analyze this. So we are asked to find for the value of this current, the I sub 3. Okay? So as we all know, if we do KCL, nodal analysis, okay, so we have VA here, let's say voltage at this node, and then of course we also have a voltage at this node. Okay, since we have a current source, by KCL, by the virtue of KCL in nodal analysis, that's V all over R, right? So if the current 3 amperes goes here, so you have 3 amperes equals, by nodal analysis, you have 2 currents here and then here. So you have what? You have VA, or the V1, let's say V1. Shall I say V1? V1 and V2. Okay, it doesn't matter, but I prefer that V1 and V2. So let's say V1 all over 8. That's the current. This current. Okay? Plus, of course, the what? The V1, okay? So you have V1 minus V2. Okay, V1 here, and then minus V2 here, all over, we have 4 ohms here. Okay? So if we do that, okay, that will be our nodal. If we multiply it by 8, so as to eliminate the denominator, so you have 24 equals V1. So you have V1 plus 2V1 minus V2. Okay? So realizing we have 24 V1 plus 2V1 minus 2V2. So simplifying, V1 plus 2V1 is 3V1 minus 2V2. Okay, that is our first equation. So for our second equation, we know that this current, okay, this current is what? V1 minus V2 all over 4. So it enters again another node here in V2 so that it splits. So that we have the I3 here. So what happened? At nodal analysis, okay, at node V2, nodal analysis, that would be V1 minus V2 all over 4. That's the current entering at this node, V2. V1 minus V2 all over 4 equals, we have V2 all over 4 plus V2 all over 3. Okay? So that is just the analysis. Okay? So that's the analysis that we are going to find. Okay? So again, nodal analysis is just the KCL. Okay? So you have now, I'm going to multiply this by 4 so as to eliminate the denominators. So I have V1 minus V2 equals V2 plus 4/3, okay, of V2. Okay? So I'm asked to find for the value of, I want to find the, of course, the V2. Okay? In terms of V1. So if I do this, okay, if I do this enough, okay, so I have V1 here equals V2, transpose the V2 here, plus V2 plus 4 all over 3 V sub 2. So I have 2 V sub 2 plus 4 all over 3 V sub 2. So I get to have V1 by 2 plus 4 all over 3 and then V2. So performing the fraction, so you have 2 times 3 is 6 plus 4 is 10 all over 3 V2. So I'm going to substitute now this one to this. Okay? So this is my second equation. So substitute 2 to that one. So you have 24 equals 3 V1, which is 10 all over 3. Okay, V2, substitute here for V1, and then minus 2 V2. So these 3's will cancel. You have 24, 10 V2 minus 2 V2. You have 8 V2. Okay, 24. So get V2, divide both sides by 8. Okay, so you have 24 divided by 8 is 3 equals, cancel here, the V2 is 3 volts. Okay, so V2 in other words is 3 volts. Why is it important that we need to know that the V2 here? Because by Ohm's law, we can simplify the I3. And the I3 is simply the V2 all over the resistance. Okay, the 3 ohms. So the V2 is what? 3 volts. And the I3 or the resistor is 3 ohms. So 3 all over 3, and that simply leads us to 1 ampere. Okay? So now, all of our answers is in terms of amperes. So therefore, by superposition, the I that is being asked equals I1 plus I2 plus I3. Our I1 is 2 amperes. Our I2 is negative 1 ampere. Our I3 is 1 ampere. So as you may see, algebraically, what will be the answer? So you have negative 1 ampere here plus 1 ampere. These two simply will cancel. So you know that you have an answer of 2 amperes. Okay, the answer is actually 2 amperes. Okay, for this current that is being asked here. So the current here is 2 amperes. That's the answer. Okay, by superposition. Okay, so I hope you learned from something from this video. If you haven't watched part 2 and part 1, you must watch it. Okay, the part 1 discusses the concept, the steps, and at the same time, the examples. 2 examples. Part 2 is an example wherein you also have 2 sources, and this part 3 have 3 sources. So again, if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to share and to subscribe to my channel. And see you again on the next video. Bye!